It's just a matter of seconds. There we have the countdown timer. I'm going to do an intro for the VODs DJC. I will say hello and welcome to VanillaTV. You're here with Admirable and the boy wonder DJC. We're joined by Boomeh on the stream for the ETF2L Season 12 Grand Final of the Premier Division. This is TCM against Epsilon, Map 1, CP Snakewater, and we are going to middle right now, DJC. What do you see, bro?
I see very little because both teams are coming out of house right now on either side. Scouts playing up top for TCM and actually one scout for each team here. Soldiers playing very passively on the point for Epsilon, but we see Stefan and KnOxXx go down quickly. That is the huge opening. Zebbosai with a huge bomb. Takes down Royze and Extremer there. Finishes them off. It's just Gear and wltrs alive. Both of them go down very quickly, and the first middle will go to TCM in convincing fashion, Admirable.
Oh, it wasn't that convincing. Zebbosai jumped in there and fired off all his rockets. Royze was just surfing them around, taking minimal damage, and he had to switch to the shotgun, but nobody... There was a soldier who was being healed by Royze. I'm not even sure it was, probably KnOxXx, but he did nothing until it was too late. Zebbo got that last shotgun tag onto Royze, and that was medic down. Even though they already lost those players, maybe if Royze had survived, they might have had a chance to hold last, but now it's looking grim. They got double sniper, wltrs and Stefan, both trying to find that medic before he pops the Uber off. Will byte pop it off before he walks around the corner, or will he get domed?
No doming coming here. The TCM Uber is coming in through lower where neither sniper is aiming. There is a heavy up for Epsilon. Right now, Zebbosai is the entryway frag. Walks into the sticky trap of Extremer, and this Uber has done nothing, accomplished absolutely nothing with this. The scout runs to the point, but there are so many down for TCM right now that they're going to have a hard time winning this. hymzi and hocz go down as well, and kaidus is trapped in. It's just byte up running away through the Z right now. He's got that crossbow out, but wltrs is in hot pursuit, and byte will go down. That's a full wipe for TCM. Zebbosai does get this early spawn. He's just sitting on mid, though, trying to find a clever hiding spot sitting up on that roof right now.
Oh, that was a pretty awful push, but that's something we see time and time again in high-level TF2. Uber really isn't that important. It's what you do after it. And they didn't get the frags, they got destroyed right there.
So this spot, Zebbosai, the medic gets a rocket and goes down. Spotted a little too early for anything to happen there. Epsilon will take this point. They have both scouts dancing around it right now. Full Uber advantage. Byte only on 25% right now, backing up to the top of CP2. I would expect the Epsilon push to come hard and fast here. In fact, they're already moving through this far side, the window room. KnOxXx wants to get really aggressive into the lobby. There are 3 players right now, but Extremer gets killed by a sticky trap. Nice trap there from kaidus. The Uber is popped, but this is a KnOxXx solo Uber into last. Can't even do anything with it. Is forced to back off. Eats a little too many stickies and is juggled back out. So we might actually see a reset here, Admirable. Do you think TCM are going to try and push out off of this huge Uber advantage?
I know one way to find out for sure, DJC. Let's get those TCM comms in the stream right now. I think Ari, our bearded boy wonder, can hook us up.
There's no stickies yet. Let's go. This guy's going lower maybe.
We're in, help, we're in. kaidus, I've been pushed back, sorry.
Yeah,
start capping. Start capping, soldiers weak,
soldiers really weak on upper lobby.
Soldier weak in lobby.
Demo medic on the
Soldier
right. Solly weak bottom.
Oh shit.
Listen please.
It's gonna bad.
I'll catch up.
Wow, that was pretty interesting right there.
We did get to see the fail push there. We got to hear the attached comms, which is pretty interesting actually. And kaidus kind of said it all right there. The heavy goes down for TCM. There's 4 players alive, but their fresh spawns are getting camped in right now by Epsilon. Extremer picking a few nice kills there. And the round will go to Epsilon, the key players being Stefan and wltrs, as I called in the pregame, Admirable. Am I right or am I right, James?
Well, so far so good. 4 minutes into a potential 90-minute, nay, 2-hour cast here, DJC. But we're going to another middle right now, and it is kaidus who is slightly faster, gets his first sticky off, but doesn't hit Extremer at all, not even close. And both MMN playing quite standoffish as they tend to. The aggression is coming in from Epsilon Stefan, who gets denied from the top side, but not much damage coming in from Soldier behind, straight onto Royze and Zebbo again.
Zebbosai going
gets
huge
his man
once again. But Epsilon still have Stefan and wltrs up, ready to clean up. KnOxXx is alive as well, but on low health here. We'll be trying to find a health pack so that they can make a coordinated push. Scouts are in, dancing around from that kitchen side for Epsilon. hymzi chases down wltrs, and that should end the aggression. Interesting to see if Stefan tries to hide here, or if he just backs up, keeps himself alive for the inevitable defensive last.
Yeah, I think Zebbo is really picking up, finding his game today. Of course, I did give him a strange sniper rifle recently and pick up 2, so that might be the talisman here, DJC. We haven't seen it in action yet, but you know, that's a lucky charm. Look at the Irish, a rabbit's foot. But anyway, the Uber's coming in here. It's kaidus getting the solo Uber from byte. He's pushing back Gear. Gear manages to survive. Again, he was a thorn in the side of that previous TCM field hold or push out onto CP2.
Bomb is coming from
TCM
Zebbosai. He's onto the medic. Royze surfs away to safety. Hit a nice rocket there, but Royze saw it coming, surfed out in time. Zebbosai is down. The Uber is at 80% for Epsilon. The spawn is coming in 5 seconds for Zebbosai, so Epsilon will have the Uber right as Zebbosai is up. And again, we're going to see a team pushing out from last with a rather big Uber advantage here. They need to figure out their focus. Do they want to start the cap and use the Uber to push everyone away from the point?
Zebo sniping though. This is going to be dangerous.
Oh, he's sitting in that window staring at main right now. Takes his first shot. Usually you only get one shot. The Uber is popped here. And Zebbosai missed his chance to blow. Knocks up in that window room onto the sniper. Will take him now, but Extremer is down as well. Took a body shot from Zebbosai and hymzi finished him off, but there are 2 down for TCM right now. They do have their Uber, and there is no demo for Epsilon, so they're going to push rather quickly here as kaidus is alive. But I don't even see the combo approaching 2 yet, so I guess they're going to wait for their spawns.
Yeah, traditionally this is a map that Epsilon love to play very slowly. Maybe 2 seasons ago, or some of these cups in between, we saw KnOxXx run a heavy out from last and just keep it for the entirety of the game. Really taking the wind out of the sails of their opposition at the time, who I can't quite remember who it was. But Epsilon definitely not scared to play a slow game on Granary or Snakewater. So we could be in for quite a snooze fest, djc. We do see kaidus drop down from the window though. He's coming with the byte. This is going to be the aggression. They had that Uber charge. They popped it off, but Epsilon are surely going to be able to survive with this. Well positioned in that lobby. And kaidus getting forced so earlier, he's going to be entirely ineffective. TCM need to make sure they don't overextend, but Epsilon will come up and bomb from below. Soldier dies.
Big bomb by KnOxXx takes down hymzi. The combo is backing out for TCM into the window room here, but Extremer's getting very aggressive onto the soldier. Byte is forced up to the window. The Uber advantage not that big here. We might actually see a push work out for a change here as Epsilon have come in very aggressive. Byte is in fact in the valley right now, the valley of death as you might call it. Rebeli goes down behind enemy lines trying to make a play here, which buys Byte plenty of time to get back out to mid, and the Uber advantage is now 0%. We are even on Uber and 3 are down for TCM. kaidus getting that forward spawn. Probably not going to have any a chance to get into middle here and make a play as Extremer's locking out that lower very well with his stickies.
Yeah, no snipers for either team right now. It's the cookie cutter formation, 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, and it's Epsilon who are going to be pushing through with their combo on that left side in the attacking perspective. Very early Uber from Royze, and now TCM have the power in hand. There they come with hocz leading the charge. He gets that, he hooks up a kaidus there to take down Gear through the window, and hocz is going to steamroll ahead, but he knows he shouldn't overextend. He plays tight, and they've got that scout there as well. This is beautiful play from TCM. Really solid as
kaidus with a huge ball under Royze right now. Royze is, he's backing up into the window room. He gets taken out by the long-range scatter shot from Rebeli. Huge suicide in there from kaidus. Got a ton of damage onto about 3 players. And let his team clean up. Right now, Gear is on sniper in that forward respawn, but he's just going to back up to last. Actually, he got forward respawn as a heavy from him. It could have been a clutch play there, but he will just sit on last. There is a soldier in last at his Zebbosai. Gear bombing onto the rock, trying to take him down here. Actually gets killed. Zebbosai played that very well, but Gear did miss a few rockets. Even messed up his rocket jump just a little.
Yeah, we've seen both teams sort of pop off some pretty field Ubers, but the difference has been that TCM have known not to totally overextend, and they've actually baited Epsilon out in that last engagement on middle. They got a lot of damage done, and then kaidus was able to just bomb in whenever everybody was sort of weak and distracted and just clean house. Right now, TCM have Ubered it onto last on that right side. They're going with Scout and Demo trying to get some big damage onto that heavy, but he's doing a great job of
Extremer
staying
taking
alive.
a ton of damage, and the point is being pressured by hymzi. Gear onto the point, kills hymzi. Oh my god! Second time we've seen TCM push into last and nearly wipe. kaidus in fact goes down right at the end. They do get Royze there, so it's not the worst trade they could ever have. The Ubers will be even when Royze and byte spawn, but the cap is started here by Epsilon, and it's just hymzi alive. He's got 4 players spawning in reserve. This might be a retake attempt by TCM. They do have the number and positional advantage, and Epsilon's health is still kind of bad. The scout is actually in on the far side here. hymzi wins the 1v1 versus wltrs, but Rebeli comes in to chip a few damage onto him as well, and TCM have seen this as their opportunity to push in. Zebbosai getting aggressive in the lower here. Scout is on the point. Everyone for Epsilon is backed up. There's a soldier moving into the Z here. He forces, he forces Epsilon back just a little, but a nice aggressive attempt by Gear there gets shut down by hocz on the far side. And Zebbosai is in on last, gets taken out by Stefan, so we've traded the roamers. I'd imagine Zebbosai would be suiciding to go sniper, or maybe even a little bit of a heavy push here. Admirable.
Yeah, pretty interesting there that Gear actually went for hocz because he had hit 2 good rockets on him whenever hocz was trying to go cheese, but he denied him, and then I think he felt that he was low and he was going to go for the frag anyway, but he found 5 or 6 TCM players there and it didn't bode well for him. We do see a spy from Zebbosai and a sniper from wltrs. This is going to be a very interesting battle, to say the least, djc.
Yeah,
Here
I'm
comes
watching
that spy on the
Zebbosai
low
here.
side.
I wish I could hum the James Bond theme or something, but he is sneaking in. He's getting out of... As we hear a boyish giggle out of Admirable. The spy is on Extremer and Royze. Royze pops instantly. He's on 80 health. Didn't want to risk it, but he has been popped from TCM. Maybe a bit of miscommunication there, as they should have probably just waited for Zebbosai to try and make that play.
He's been spotted though. Oh, wltrs spawns and takes him down.
Yeah, he had been spotted ages ago. Wasn't really going to do a whole lot there, especially after the Ubers were popped. But Stefan goes down here. There's a soldier in the air for TCM. Rebeli goes down as well, and hocz dead. Good cleanup there from Extremer. This is Epsilon's chance. There are 4 down. It's kaidus and byte. Let's see if kaidus has one of those clever sticky traps. He's just sticking the cheese/Z area up top. The balcony, as you may call it, if you're not too familiar with competitive TF2 terms. And Epsilon stack at this point. hocz will in fact not get forward respawn. The Ubers are essentially even here, and Epsilon are in position to push middle if they so wish to, James.
Yeah, they've got a lead though, so why would they push? This is like classic Epsilon mindset. We're winning, why would we push? You'll see it on Granary, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see it on Snakewater. TCM are going to be the ones to bring the pain here. They're going to have to initiate if they want to not lose 1-0, I think, djc, because Epsilon will just sit there for 30 minutes.
And you can see Epsilon's setup right now. They have both soldiers on the high ground here, and it's very good high ground. There's no way for TCM soldiers to splash here. In fact, Rebeli will go down. What do you think's going to happen here, Admirable? We've seen Rebeli play for about 4.5 years of TF2 now, and when Rebeli dies in a stalemate situation, that means only one thing.
Yeah, he's going to go heavy. Although we haven't seen it yet, or I'm not even entirely sure. But I'm surprised he hasn't been running heavy for long periods of the game so far. Maybe Byte has been giving him a good talking to after we berated him a few times on the cast, djc.
Yeah, but, he did in fact spawn Scout here. I was kind of expecting the heavy. It is a lot more effective than you would think pushing into 2, but I would just assume that TCM haven't really practiced it, and it's such a weird play. I don't think you want to be putting weird, unpracticed plays into your repertoire during the most important match of the season. Right now, TCM are just trying to poke wherever they can, find a hole in the defense. kaidus is moving in through the lower here, leading the charge. A Scout is on the hut, though, getting good damage on the byte. Soldier jumping the hut, but Epsilon still have their defense set up so well. They're all clustered around Royze. Everyone is well healed. The Ubers pop for TCM. They lose Rebeli as they enter into this push, but Stefan will go down. Probably a good trade for TCM, but then Zebbosai is taken out as well. kaidus launching himself far out of the fight as everyone else goes down. Oh my god, that's maybe the 3rd time we've seen TCM push in and just lose everybody in a rather failed push. But kaidus is going huge on a Royze right now. Huge play by kaidus. Takes the medic down after the fight.
Oh man, that was beautiful. That is definitely keeping his team competitive right now, keeping them in this game. And they're going to get a medal, but the ball is firmly in TCM's court right now. They have that Uber advantage, that number advantage, and they're just going to push straight in. This is exactly what they need to do. That Scout's been spotted up top. It's wltrs trying to do some backstab action with his scatter gun. He's going for the back-up actually. He's hoping his team are going to block middle, and this is going to be balls to the wall. Very
Epsilon
right
are pushing in
wire.
from 4 different angles here. They're going to get good pressure onto mid, and nobody's back yet for wltrs. Oh, Rebeli finally does make it back. Rebeli and kaidus going back, but byte is taking a lot of damage now. kaidus gets good spam on a Stefan and shuts that aggression down. Royze is actually pretty badly out of position right now, but the Scout can't get to him. byte goes down to the stickies from Extremer. No Uber for TCM right now. hymzi does take down Extremer, but kaidus is in deep and gets killed by Epsilon. Zebbosai with a huge cleanup kill onto Royze there, but he's sitting on 2 HP right now, and Epsilon have their spawns coming. They should be able to take 2 easily with this. It's just hocz. He's trying to get to 2, but he's only on 100 HP. Admirable. That was such I don't know, man. Seeing byte go down to those stickies, I guess everyone just got too distracted, couldn't see them in time.
Yeah, it's always dangerous coming through that sort of funnel of damage, that sort of death push from the lower side. And he got punished, he got destroyed, and right now it's just going to stabilise a little bit. I'd like to hear the TCM comms to see what exactly is happening there.
Keep building.
On the right.
They're gonna have it in time. We can't do this, forget it. By the time we push out.
Yeah.
Catwalk and shit though. But they're just gonna buy time, man. That's all they're doing. It's annoying.
Just get the Uber and then we can see what we can do.
Right side. Yeah, no.
Sticky's here, Sticky's here, Sticky's here. There's definitely Sticky somewhere, he's trapped, I don't know where.
Yeah, I see them.
When you go
Don't
inside.
worry. Yeah, don't worry. I'm just going a bit aggressive, just try to force it, like we did last time.
Can't get
So
to
weak here, so weak. Oh fuck, it's so weak.
We're weak. Hold on.
Right side, well played. Spam it early, start coming trying to push right side.
Right, the medic took like 60.
I'm still weak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go try to get in window.
This might be
Oh,
smart.
never mind.
What a scrub.
If you guys take attention on the right, I might be able to...
Wow,
Give them
DJC, this seems like the calm before the storm. Both teams trying to find this little advantage, just calling out the damage. Damage is going to be enough to push off here, to be honest. Epsilon might even have a
Walters
chance.
goes down.
Walters goes down.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
Zebbosai,
huge play from
play.
Zebo.
Walters in gear down here. TCM gonna try and push in.
Hey,
Big air shot onto that. And
Oh.
are we paused? Oh dear.
In, in.
Yeah, we're in. Demo.
Oh wow, I think we're in some sort of time continuum there where the comms are still going, but the pause has stopped us from actually seeing the action here.
Don't want to spoil the action with the comms. That would be very bad of us. But we are sitting here. There's Walters in gear down for Epsilon, 6 up for TCM. TCM's Uber is expiring right now by the looks of things, whereas Epsilon still have a good 60% to go. And Extremer's in a very good position to trap byte in with his stickies here.
Just talk about that play from Zebbosai right there. That was so sick that he recognised that there were a few Epsilon players who were sort of on the left of the door from the defender's perspective, and he just jumped through that window undetected and popped off the rockets at the same time as his combo were trying to just inch their way through the door and totally blindsided Walters and Gear right there. That was just beautiful from the big Swede.
Well, I was going to talk about Zebbosai's play, but you pretty much covered every angle of it, so good on you. Being a little more attentive than I was, I only saw the tail end of the play by Zebbosai, but so far he has kind of been the huge player for TCM. As you can see, he's top pointing behind the medic right now. I believe he's actually top fragging for TCM as well. He's been there every single time that an engagement has ended to get on top of Royze and finish him off to keep Epsilon from steamrolling through, and that's what's kept this at 1-0 here, Admirable.
Yeah, interesting to note that Royze is actually ahead of byte in points. I know that doesn't really mean that much, but he's definitely at least holding his own so far in this game. And he has died a fair few times, and so has byte, but the scoreline very close, and that's something I've expected from the start. Just at TCM, always seem to have these very close scoring games. They don't give away many rounds that cheaply, and Epsilon are often quite remiss to push. And we've seen that in play a little bit, but these two Ubers are just still flashing here. I might get an epileptic fit at this rate, DJC. But
Yeah, man.
have we heard any news as to what the pause is?
Well, everyone from these teams that I have on Steam Friends is actually signed out of Friends. Don't want to be bothered during their big match, excuse me. So I don't have a clue. I am checking the server information to see what's up.
Pledge hitting me up with some stats right now. If you haven't checked out his article on VanillaTV.org, please do. He's gone through all the games of Epsilon this season and tried to find those magic numbers, but he's saying right now that against Crack Clan on Snakewater, Epsilon were actually 1-0 down after 15 minutes and ended up winning 6-1, and that was last month. Right now they are actually 1-0 up, but I'm not sure if that spells disaster or not, DJC. What can we read into these crazy statistics?
I don't know, man. I forget the exact quote that there is to say about statistics, but the general point is that unpause happens, and I will save my point for later. But we see nothing really happen here. Extremer actually couldn't trap out byte, and TCM are choosing us to repush. They take down Extremer and Stefan very quickly. Knocks down as well. Trying to find where Royze is right now. He's on 70 health. He hits a nice crossbow on the scout, but hymzi gets too close to him, takes him
Walters
down.
with
Gear
the
could not
raise
protect
spy.
it. Uh-oh. Walters on spy. He's in a very good position too. Oh, they're capping the point too. Is byte staying on this point? Walters is about to go huge. Oh, kaidus turns around and spots him just in time before Walters can make the backstab. Nobody else noticed, but luckily kaidus turned around for seemingly no reason. Maybe kaidus is using a little bit of sound hack here to do that spot.
Like it was byte. Byte was just sort of standing in the corner looking exactly at Walters, and I think he just sort of freaked out and started screaming, "Spy!" And that was enough. I can only imagine we missed the comms right there, but I understand that Ari has sort of reset that delay, so we will still be able to have that if we need it. And now could be a good time actually, DGC. Let's hear those TCM comms as they push into last. Oh wait, the comms are still messed up. Technical error.
Alrighty, well,
Sorry,
hocz goes down to gear, and Royze is taken out before we get the Uber up there. Now 3 players down, 4 players down for Epsilon. TCM pressuring the point. There's 2 alive for Epsilon, but so little health on Rebeli. kaidus is up at 105 health. He takes down wltrs with that sticky and caps the point by himself to draw this even at 1-1.
Yeah, and during that push there might have been some issue. wltrs was calling for a pause right there. I'm not entirely sure who is going to time out or what will happen, but we will see very shortly. With the time continuum being reset, the 90-second delay has passed now, and both teams seem to have 6. I guess we go into another middle here. Things should be back to normal, I hope, djc.
Yeah, Extremer is pushing through the lower. He takes the first sticky. kaidus got good damage on him there. kaidus actually playing from the kitchen. We see this a lot from TCM on Snakewater, but kaidus goes down very quickly. Extremer got good damage on him, and then gear with a follow-up jump. And in fact, TCM are just trying to back out with this, but they're all bunched up on the lower. Rebeli and Zebbosai are dead on the flank. It's just hocz, byte, and excuse me, hymzi right now, backing out through the lower. Epsilon really want to get aggressive here. In fact, gear is pushing through to last to the upper lobby right now. He's going to go all the way in for byte. Oh, he's on the combo right now. He takes a direct rocket, but he's getting good damage out still. But is denied well by hocz. Very well played there by the combo from TCM. Gear trying to make that huge play into last, but could not make it happen. Extremer sticking the lobby off, trying to deny TCM's entryway. They do get through though. They want to block this with their Uber. Can Extremer force him in lobby here? He's down to 60 health. There's a soldier in. That's hocz. He gets taken down. This could be the window for Epsilon if they push right now and get Extremer healed up. Admirable.
Yeah, it's going to be a tricky one though with Zebbosai sniping. They might have to pop that Uber off early. hocz goes down quite uncharacteristically there. He's usually sort of sellotaped onto byte. But, oh, Uber gets popped off early, and now byte has popped his off in return. Epsilon are going to have to regroup up top. They haven't got any fights actually.
kaidus
picks up
down to
Royze.
kaidus! And the heavy does go down for TCM, that is Rebeli, but Epsilon are disadvantaged in health numbers and position. Big gear, huge play! Oh my god, Extremer comes in to take down hocz! Will Epsilon get this round? Extremer's in on the point, he hits a huge pipe on byte, taken down by wltrs, and kaidus goes down! Cap to Epsilon! Oh my god, Admirable!
Royze the bait right there, sacked himself just to get position for the rest of its team. I'm not even sure if it was intentional, but the Epsilon players played off that superbly. Gear coming up huge with 2 frags back to back right there, and that opened the door for the scouts to come in. Unbelievable turnover right there from Epsilon, turning a tragedy into a triumph. And right now we see Rebeli pushing up top as scout. Oh, Stefan, just no cover for kaidus, storms across,
2
takes out
minutes
the
in a
demo,
row.
2 shots.
2 minutes in a row, the kaidus has died instantly. At least this time TCM have the sense to back off very quickly. They set back up on that train. hymzi will go down, but I think he was just trying to make a play or perhaps cut in there. TCM are back all the way on the ramp right now. Extremer with a huge bomb gets good damage on the soldiers. Zebbosai's far forward. He gets damage on Extremer, but is taken down. TCM now down 3 players. kaidus getting the spawn, but TCM don't have time to get their players into the point to block it, even though they have the Uber. They're going to have to sit on last here, and this is where Epsilon is so good, Admirable. They're going to sit here. Actually, they're not going to sit here. They're not going to milk the clock. This is so unlike them. I'd expect them to at least wait, and they in fact lose wltrs. Could this deny them their push? The Uber is popped from TCM here very early, though, but Gear and Extremer go down. Looks like Epsilon are willing to back out, keep their 3 players alive, make sure they block second with the Uber if they have to. This is a different version of the play from Epsilon. They're going to eat time on the clock by forcing the Uber and keeping themselves up. Make sure to delay TCM's ability to cut the point, and there's a scout on byte right now. Byte is so low, he's taken out by Stefan's pistol. Huge play by Stefan there in the upper lobby, and Royze is actually taking damage right now, but they're focusing Royze so heavily that nobody else is actually getting hurt. Royze will go down, but it costs kaidus his life. hymzi's up on 5 health right now, taken down, and she's Zebbosai alive, and he's sitting on last. Really well played there from Epsilon, and it looks like they're not done yet. They are moving into last. Everyone into last on the Zebbosai, and they're stacking the point. 3rd round to Epsilon. They lead Snakewater 3-1 right now.
Wow, Royze just popping off that Uber in self-defense, but TCM were just so close in the lobby that they got punished again. You can't just take your eye off these Epsilon players even when they're massively outnumbered. With that Uber charge, they were just able to get massive damage done there. Stefan picking off byte was just the catalyst for that round, and now we're on to another middle again. Hopefully kaidus will have some cover. hymzi's going to play the floor and try and deny any aggression, but the stickies are well positioned on Extremer, who gets a little bit of damage and stops anyone coming across the point. Now Epsilon move forward. Stefan gets the first pick, denies Zebbos, gets a second on the kaidus.
That's what pushes Epsilon forward with no demo up. 3 times we have seen this now. As soon as kaidus goes down, they start moving forward. TCM are backed out again, well far back. Looks like Epsilon actually not getting as aggressive we've seen in the past, but here they're coming in late now. Extremer on the train, just throwing spam into lobby here. Byte does have his Uber. They will want to defend this. In fact, there is a medic flanking. hymzi gets taken on quickly. The Ubers are exchanged. Rebeli down as well. This is not how TCM wanted this to go. Soldier getting trapped out by the stickies of Extremer. He's in upper lobby, going to the right side right now. kaidus does have a clever sticky trap up on the barrels right now that could catch Epsilon unaware. hocz is down, 3 down. This will be Epsilon's cue to push Zebbosai down as well. It's just kaidus. kaidus is going to have a 6-man here if TCM want to win this, but the scout just runs straight to the cap and takes the round before kaidus can even get there. Oh, wow, Admirable. Quick round there.
Epsilon are just playing such a solid core of players. They've all got each other's back. Like right there when Rebeli sort of sprinted through, you just found 4 or 5 Epsilon players, and it happens time and time again. These sort of situations where the TCM players might have been able to get in and do something, they're just coming up against the wall of blue, and hymzi and Rebeli aren't getting anything done at all. They're both going to go super aggressive here with kaidus, and the scouts are denying the top side. Oh, wltrs takes a lot of damage from Zebbosai.
And takes it down instantly. And the health is so bad for TCM. Royze is still alive. He's even surfed away from a rocket here. It's just Rebeli alive right now. Where is he? Is he in any kind of position to make a play? He's actually stuck. Is this his 2? Yes, this is his own 2. He didn't end up behind. So Rebeli's going to have to run back to last. I would expect him to switch to heavy here as byte spawns. Full Uber advantage for Epsilon, though. They're going to push so quickly off of this. Will he even be able to get heavy into position here? Will Rebeli get his 450 health and be up on top of that point to draw the fire away? kaidus sticking the shutter door here, but Epsilon so far haven't actually pushed through there, I do believe. But Epsilon are ready to move. They're getting overhealed right now. Trying to spot the combo right now to see where they're pushing from.
The fans are going wild for the Rebeli heavy. He is in position, ready to do some damage. He's going to hide here, I think, until the last minute.
Americans pop through that right door. They're leading with the scout here. wltrs is in. Doing good damage. wltrs just runs straight to the point. Both scouts on the point. Rebeli trying to get there as heavy. Oh, the spam is going to come in from Epsilon, but there are 2 picks. Extremer and wltrs down. hymzi and kaidus go down, though. No demo for TCM. byte taking a ton of damage as well. Gear is on him. Gear cannot finish the kill. It's just KnOxXx and Royze over on this far side here. I wanted to say F2. byte gets that Uber up, but he doesn't have anyone to push with, really. It's just hocz alive. Rebeli can't really leave last at the moment, especially with it so capped. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of a spy play or something here, but wltrs has actually come up on sniper, and they're going to keep standard lineup for the rest of it. Now, this is the typical Epsilon slowdown here. They're going to sit, and they're going to milk this advantage they have on 2. They're going to say, we have our sniper set up. Let's see if you guys are crazy enough to push into us right now. Let's see if you believe that wltrs is having a bad day. The Ubers actually pop super early here for TCM. kaidus gets aggressive with it, sticky jumping in. Royze actually isolated a bit, but he gets his Uber. He pops in return, and Gear is in deep. He's behind. He's getting good spam on a little lower here. Player is trapped out. kaidus is down. There's a soldier on Royze. Nice cleanup there from hocz, but it's just Zebbosai alive. He's on 90 health on last. Tries to go for that clutch air shot and is taken down. 5th round to Epsilon. Oh my god, I never expected to see dominance like this on Snakewater, Admirable.
djc, I think it's really just the timers coming into play right now. TCM surely knew that Royze was going to get that Uber in time, but they decided to commit so many players to the push. I think they just wanted to sort of throw it in the mixer and make something happen, but it just didn't go down that way, djc. And they got crushed yet again, 5-1 right now, and this is looking really grim with only 5 minutes left. It is technically possible, but Epsilon are masters of the slowdown.
kaidus down again! Oh my god! There's a scout in aggressive here. Rebeli and hymzi will combine to take down Gear, and in fact KnOxXx goes down as well, but having no kaidus is so bad here. byte is down. Royze is alone in no man's land. He's on the opposition's lower here on the health pack, throwing those crossbows at Zebbosai. Zebbosai will shotgun him down, and hocz will clean up Extremer on the point, and that's a wipe for Epsilon. TCM will have a slim Uber advantage here when they spawn, and they've taken their first mid in quite a while here. Looks like they're finally figuring out the way to survive mids when kaidus goes down.
That must have been a rousing pep talk from byte there after they lost that last round. This could be the beginning of a
Zebbosai's
TCM
hiding
comeback.
in cheese right now. He's spotted by Gear, gets good damage on him, but gets taken down. Just not enough health to do anything there. Nice pick by Gear will hurt TCM's ability to push, and their Uber advantage is pretty slim anyway. They might even have to give consideration to pushing without Uber here.
Yeah, absolutely, they will have to. And kaidus is sort of quite far forward. He's positioned with Rebeli on that lower side. byte's coming to give him a little bit of a flash. He must be calling for the push. They can't sit back here. They can't expect to just take perfect rounds. They need to just go for it, man. They can't wait for this Uber. And they're coming in.
byte is on crits right now. He has his crits up, and Gear and wltrs go down. Are we paused? Or did I lag out, Admirable? I'm not sure.
It's a pause, alright. And just in time, because that crit's... It's only just been spotted, but it hasn't been popped off. I wonder if Epsilon know about it. And
Quick pause. The crits is gonna have to come out here from byte. Are they even in position though? And Epsilon have 90% Uber. Kaidus is getting aggressive in the upper lobby here. All eyes need to be on Kaidus right now for this crit streak. Royze has his Uber up. Kaidus has one sticky. Will he get it? Royze is so close. He pops the Uber. Oh dear. Could have gone very badly there. Kaidus and byte go down quickly. KnOxXx and Extreme are getting those kills. TCM have such little health on everyone. Rebeli is the only one even remotely healthy, and he's getting aggressive on the combo now. Ooh, big play by Rebeli, takes down KnOxXx. He's on Royze right now. Royze and KnOxXx taken down by Rebeli. Huge play by the TCM scout there. He's taken down by wltrs. But Epsilon still have 4 players alive, and TCM not in a position to push here. Byte is spawned. He's still on crit streak. They know they have the clear advantage now, and we've actually lost KnOxXx from the server. There's 3 minutes left though, James. Time is getting very close here for TCM. And with a player down, they might actually want to push without Uber here just to see if they can win this on numbers alone.
Yeah, here they come. This is exactly what they need to do because the clock just is not in their favour. They position both soldiers up on that high tower, but the long range damage isn't going to be that high. In bombs the only remaining soldier for Epsilon.
Gears to fall down. Royze with an Ubersaw kill. He's only at 55% though. Couldn't get it in time. The crit streak is popped. And there's just 2 players alive. TCM take it without Extremer getting to the point. And that makes it 5-2 in favor of Epsilon. I would imagine that KnOxXx is rejoining at this particular moment, but they will probably be down a player on this middle here.
That must be one from the TCM playbook right there. If you actually want to cap the point, just make sure one of their players is disconnected. So I think Epsilon sort of gifting that around to TCM through bad internet connection. Slick's telling me that KnOxXx had timed out on Mumble as well, so he must have had some problem, but we're back on middle, and Epsilon are committing a few players to this. What the fuck?
Stefan is going to kill Kaidus and byte.
Oh, 1-on-5, what was that? I don't understand.
Kaidus is in by himself there. Nobody else from TCM even went to middle, so Stefan killed him, and then byte came in, and Stefan was like, well, I'm just going to take a second kill, and we only have about 1 minute and 40 seconds here. Royze and byte both down. There's 3 up for Epsilon, 4 up for TCM. Make that 3 versus 3 as Zebbosai goes down. Extremer and Gear down as well. Could be an opportunity for TCM to take another round, but the time is getting so close I don't think it's actually mathematical possible for them to win anymore, but they will start this cap of second and hope to get as many rounds as they can. Try to salvage this game, but are Epsilon even going to bother defending this? Royze is actually on sniper right now, peeking from the right. Time for Royze to go huge. He's sniping on this lobby area. He's watching the left door. But nobody is actually pushing from TCM right now. Royze gets huge body shot on the Kaidus, the biggest body shot of his life. Admirable.
Royze is a big sniper, man. Low medic strats here from Epsilon as they turtle up all last. Who needs those heals when you got sick headshots? Everybody gonna get dead through that scope of Royze. And only byte remains. Can he pull out any heroic plays in the last 50 seconds? DJC, I'm so excited. This could be the greatest 50 seconds of my life.
Byte is backing up on middle. He's looking at the wall. He's looking at the crate. He doesn't know where to go. He's running into the kitchen. He's so confused. He has no idea where anyone is. He's up 35% Uber. He sees the demo come in the middle, shooting stick. He's had a Byte is walking leisurely away. He's standing still. What are you doing, Byte?
Oh my god, he thinks he's invisible, but he's not. Nobody is chasing him though. It seems that oh, Stefan picks up Zebbosai. He's so close to byte right now. This could go either way. DJC, I don't know what exactly is going to happen. Oh my god.
Byte has no idea what's going on. He's standing AFK behind a wall right now.
He's getting body. He brings out the
Byte is at 60 health.
Stefan's justice.
Kill. Oh my god.
The control point is being captured.
Oh, that was brutal, man. Stefan is going to be up for a charge of grievous bodily harm. Did you see that bat work? That was horrific, man. I'm going to have nightmares tonight. But
Byte is going to be seeing aluminum bats in his sleep tonight. He's going to wake up in a cold sweat, screaming and crying, not knowing what's going on. Oh, Admirable. Intense ending to an intense game there.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering what the fuck's going on, that was effectively dead time right there. So sometimes me and DJC, we like to go a little crazy, but that is the end of the first map, and Epsilon with a dominant 5-2. Should have been 5-1, maybe even 5-0, I don't know, DJC. But you better give me your man of the map ASAP, because we've got some ads coming up during this map break.
Question, it's Royze for that huge headshot at the end. It's actually Stefan, because he was going huge every other round.
I'm going to give it to Zebo for his sporadically brilliant play on Roaming Soldier for TCM. But for the VODs, I will say this has been VanillaTV, I've been Admirable, this has been DJC and Boomeh on the stream for the ETF2L Season 12 powered by TT eSports Grand Final, Map 1 between TCM and Epsilon. Stay tuned for more after these adverts.